so you're going to begin in a seated position. We're going to start with the towel stretch. Go ahead and find a chair so that you can have your back against the chair. You're going to hold on to the towel so that it's as long as it can be on the diagonal there. Okay, so that towel is going to wrap around the neck, and you're going to hold it with your hands and just gently guide the towel forward and up on the diagonal, and your head's just going to come along with it. So we're not trying to go really super far or pulling super hard with the hands. It's just a gentle glide here. So you're pulling the hands forward, guiding the towel up, and that helps the head to move. And lower it back down. 2 more times, gentle glide forward and lift it up. And lower back down. And 1 more time, gentle glide forward and up. And lower back down. Good, go ahead and release the towel. And now you're going to take your hands, you're going to cross them. You're going to keep your bottom arm down against your chest. Your top arm is going to hold onto the towel and bring it against your cheek. And you're going to pull with the towel to rotate the head. And come back. And pull with the towel to rotate. And come back to center. And 2 more times. That bottom arm is staying still and you're just using the towel to rotate. Try not to let your shoulder come along with you. Again, this is a good one to stay back against the chair. Good, okay. So now you're going to let go and your other arm is going to stay down. So you're going to cross your arms the other way. That arm will stay down and the other arm holds onto the towel. Then you're going to pull and rotate. And come back to center. And pull and rotate. And come back to center. 2 more times, pulling gently with your hand on the towel to rotate the head. And last time, pulling and rotating. And lower back down, nice job. Okay, so we did not do this one together, but I think it is a good one for you. What I'd like you to do, you're going to take your fingers, okay? Let's actually do 4, okay? And you're going to bring them against your chest, and then you're going to drop your chin down onto those fingers that are kind of fanned up. And you're going to rotate your head over to your left, and then sweep your head over to your right. So you're brushing your chin against your fingers as you rotate. So it's stretching out those muscles behind the neck here, but not fully dropping your chin down towards your throat. And sweep and rotate. And sweep and rotate. Good, okay. So you want to do about 5 to 10 rotations each way, and that's stretching those deep muscles that get very tight from doing the computer work throughout the day. So, good one for tension headaches. Okay, go ahead and put that, oh, just kidding. Actually, I'm not kidding. We're not going to use it. Okay, so your hands are going to be on your hips here, And we're focusing on keeping that left hip gliding in towards your midline. And we're going to start with your reverse lunge. So remember, make sure that you have some space behind you. You're going to take your right foot or your left foot back, step it back, and do a little mini lunge. And bring it back together. Hands are on the hips. Go ahead and do your correction. So you're lifting out through the crown of the head. Elbows are out wide. And step your foot back. Little mini lunge. And step it back together. And take the foot, step it back. Little mini lunge. Without pushing the hips to your left. Keep the left ribs rotating back, right hip is rotating back. And step back together. And 2 more times, step it back. Little mini lunge. Good. This is a good one to do in front of a mirror if you have it. And step back together, good. So now we're going to do step back with your right foot. So this is the harder side. You want to keep that left hip hugging in and bring it back together. So make sure you're not falling and sinking and pushing and over exaggerating. And back together. Float out through the crown of the head, elbows wide. And step back. And together. Good, 2 more times. And back together. Last time. And back together, good. Now we're going to do the forward lunge, so make sure you have some space in front of you. Let's begin stepping forward with the left foot. And little mini lunge, make sure you're not pushing out here. Drawing the hips into midline. Ribs into midline, and step back together. And step it forward, and back. So the bigger step you take, the more challenge it is on your balance and your control. And 1 more time, so you can work your way up to 10 times here. Okay, and other side. So step it forward and bend and press back together. Good. So make sure you're hugging your left hip in, not coming here. Hug it in. Pull the left ribs back, right hip back. Together. And 1 more time, step it forward, little mini lunge. And press it back together, good. Go ahead and take a break. Okay, let's make sure, got it. Okay. So let's come onto the floor, your wall. Okay, and your legs are going to go up onto the wall. At a 90-90 position. Okay. So your feet are flat at the wall, your knees are at 90 degrees, your hips are at 90 degrees. And just breathe here for a moment. Okay, and you're going to drop your chin down towards your throat. And pick your head up and hold and lower back down. So you're not keeping a gap here and lifting your head straight up because that just creates more tension here. You're dropping your chin down first, giving yourself that pretty double chin, and then lifting up and hold and lower back down and drop it down and lift and lower back down. 2 more times, dropping it down and lift. And lower back down. My stomach is making crazy sounds. And drop it down and lift. Good. And just let your head sway side to side. Nice job. Okay, I want you to bring your right hand to the front of your right hip and your left hand to the front of your left ribs. And you're just trying to drop those areas down and back into the floor. Good, and on your next exhalation, you're going to pick your right foot up off the wall and step it back down. And then your left hip will lift and lower back down. So we're focusing on keeping the hips nice and still, not letting them rock side to side. And exhale and lift. Inhale back down. Exhale and lift. And back down. And switch. And back down. Good. Now your feet are going to stay still. We're going to float your arms above your chest. Palms are facing your knees and your legs. Are going to inhale, reach those arms up. And exhale, back up to the ceiling. So the arms are going to reach up. You're not pushing the ribs forward. They're staying drawn into the body. And back above the chest. And reach it up. Try to keep the right hip back, left ribs back. Belly pulling wide and flat. 2 more times, pressing the feet into the wall. And last time. Good, now hug your knees into your chest. Sway side to side a little bit. Okay, good. All right, so we're going to come onto your hands and knees facing away from the wall. Make sure you have a little soft bend in through your elbows, and you're going to place one foot back against the wall, and your other knee is going to be directly under your hip, so it's not going to be too far here or too far back. You want to make sure it's right underneath of you. Hands are under your shoulders, elbows are a little bent. Find your length. Square your hips to the floor, draw the left ribs into the body, and you're going to exhale and lift that left arm overhead, pressing long into your right foot, and bring that hand back down. And exhale and reach, pressing into your right heel to connect with that glute. Little soft bend in through your right elbow. And back down. And one more time, reaching. And back down. Good. Go ahead and switch sides. So left heel is now pressing into the wall. Go ahead and try to situate yourself here. Square your hips to the floor. Really reach through that left heel. And float the right arm. And lower back down. So make sure you're not sinking into those left ribs. Little soft bend in through the left elbow. And exhale and reach. Reaching through your fingers and your heel. Finding nice length through the spine. And exhale and reach. And back down one more time. Exhale and reach. And back down. Good. Go ahead and find your child's pose and just let yourself release here.